How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. I'm going to hit some double IPA hopeful goodness in the form of Mortalis Brewing Companies. It's their Aries. I think it's Aries. Aries or Ares? Let's go Ares. I'm probably butchering it, but A-R-E-S. Double IPA. Yeah, Mortalis. I've said this for every single one of these reviews, so I can't help myself but say it again. Buddy George goes up to Rochester quite a bit. They're not too far away. He brought back a crowler. Loved it. Ended up getting a couple crowlers from the brewery. So thank you very much, guys. And I think I said this in the last one. They went out of their way to be like, don't have to review shit. They just wanted to give me beer, but I can't help it. So there we go. What does it say? Mortalis Brewing Company, 32 ounces, Aris, double IPA, 8.8% alcohol by volume, done and done. Livingston County, New York. Labeling, I love their logoing, all that stuff. It just appeals to me. Done and done. They have filled these crowlers to the brim, so usually they're overflowing with craziness. This one isn't going too ape shit for me this time. So, I've noticed a little tidbit here. And that their crowler almost seems like every single one of them, whoever was putting the stickers on, was crazy neurotic and put the labeling straight forward. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's been like in line with the mouth. Put the shit on the side so when I pour it, you can see the logo. Just for me, though. Anyway, like you guys can see me behind that beer. I'm over here, by the way. So yeah, what do we have going on? We have a hazy. Not too crazy hazy. You can definitely get some light through that sucker. You know, soft haze, nothing too crazy. A little bit of kind of nice old school, little kind of semi-creamy head kind of floating up top there. Done and done. So yeah, it sure looks like a new school double IPA. A little bit of old school classic double IPA with a little new school twist. Let's get a nose. There's a greeny, like it's a vegetal tomato stocky, slightly minty greeniness to it, which I dig. Yeah, there's melon. It's like peach fuzz in like honeydew melon. So it's definitely like tropical leaning. It's definitely like kind of bright, sprightly green leaning, and that's probably the whole vibe about the beer. It comes off as very bright. It's very kind of light. Which, you know, 8.8% double IPA. Not usually getting that there. So there's a nice sweetness to it. There's a nice green bittering come off the vegetal tomato stocky end of things. But it has this kind of just generic kind of fun brightness to it. I kind of dig it. To be perfectly honest with you. I'm going to dive in. Cheers. That's the most dangerous beer in the history of mankind. It's nice. It's tasty. Pretty much everything that was in the nose kind of translates to taste. I'm getting that slightly greeny vegetal tomato stocky thing that has this slight kind of, I don't really say minty. It's like I've talked about in the past, this eucalyptus vibe, this kind of effervescent kind of eucalyptus vibe to the hop itself. And it makes you kind of lift up. It's a brighter portion of the beer. The fruit side is much the same. Like I said, you get that peach fuzzy, peach skinny, but at the same time, like honeydew melon kind of brightness. So the fruit itself is very bright, very light. Everything's very light. Everything's up here. It's not down there. It's not dense and dirty and filthy and rich. It's very bright. It's got an appropriate mouthfeel. By that, I mean it has a very kind of drinkable... The mouthfeel matches that brightness, matches that lightness, matches that light-footedness, that deftness. All these words I could throw out there, adjective-wise. The only thing it doesn't match anything is the ABV. It's 9%. I want this beer at 5.5%. I don't want it at 9%. So it's a super tasty beer. I like it. I dig it. I think it's well made. I could see myself drinking this whole crowler and making a whole bunch of bad decisions, which isn't a bad thing. Listen, I know I'm in the vocal minority. I like small beers that taste big. People like their big beers that taste small. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the authority when it comes to what things should taste like ABV wise. But I really enjoy when my beers show, when they're small beers that show big. And this is a big beer that's showing small. Kudos to Mortalis for hiding the booziness. There's a warmth to it, but it's not hot. That's fantastic. I like that. That's skillful, and it takes you know what I mean? It takes a deft hand to pull that off. But me being me, this being my show, I want this to be a 4.5%, 5% beer. I know I keep going down. I said 5.5. No, I'm already down to 4.5. Instead of 8.8, 9%. Yeah, it's tasty. It's fun. I like how bright it is. I like how light it is. And I want to say, I was going to say fluffy, but fluffy would not do it justice. It's not like bright like a champagne carbonation or anything like that. It's bright in a way that a spring day is bright. You know what I mean? To where like you step out and you're like, oh, everything, and you breathe great, and that first day of beautiful spring after everything melted and everything's great has those vibes about it. Not a blistering hot sunny day, not a nice and crisp fall day. It's just kind of bright and new, vibrant, and I kind of dig that. I wonder what eras means. If it means that, then you guys bonus points. But yeah. Anyway, I like it. I dig it. I think it's a fun beer. I enjoy it. I think it's well made. I just wish the ABV was about 3 points lower, if not 4. So let's talk about it. Is it one of the better double IPAs I've had as of late? I'm going to have to put it in the conversation just because of how tasty the beer is. But again, me being myself, being the guy I am, I got to say, I wish it was a little bit lower ABV. Value and availability, no idea. It was given to me. Brewery only. And leave you with, if you like what we like this beer. If you like to get fucking turnt, you know what I mean? If you want to make all the awesome bad decisions, get a couple crowds of this and go somewhere. Man, don't drive. Uber's your friend. And just make a lot of bad decisions in a very fun way. Because this beer is never going to have... It's almost like a sessionable 9% beer, and that it's never going to weigh you down. It's never going to be like, oh, I've had enough of that beer. Let's move on to the next one. You'd be like, yeah, I'll drink another crowd out of that. And then, I think I've said this before in the Mortalis things, then you end up in a dumpster and let's go Livingston County. Or could be Buffalo. Could be Syracuse. You don't even know. I don't know. That's why you end up in the dumpster. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there, if you want to talk about it, Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice Mortalis beer right now. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.